All right, folks, welcome to another President Trump. Today he's going to be delivering a speech at the White House honoring veterans, prisoners of war, and missing in action. So President Trump is going to be delivering a speech at the Rolling to Remember ceremony at the White House. So make sure you guys please share the live stream on social media. Also, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. A lot of people didn't know that this was happening today, but we're going to be covering it live. And also after this, the White House is having a press briefing with the press secretary. That's coming later on today, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, click the notification bell. As you guys can see, this live stream is 100% shadow banned. I believe that no notification was sent out. There was one patriot that said in the chat that they got a notification, but that's the only patriot that got a notification that we know of. Right now we cannot send any text messages for this live stream because we're saving it for the White House press briefing that's coming on later on today. So nobody's going to receive a text message for this particular live stream because they're too extremely expensive for us to waste a text message to be sent out there when we have another live stream coming later on today. We can't do that. It's too expensive for us to send a notification for both. So if you guys can help us by sharing the live stream on social media, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for your help and your support.
This is the moment.
Stories, people.
All right, folks, so we're trying to get footage from the White House. This is going to take place at the White House in front of the Blue Room. There is a balcony where, you know, President Trump usually does events for Easter, or he does events for other things. But that is where it's going to take place, in front of the balcony at the Blue Room. But it's going to it's going to take place outside of the White House. As you guys can see, this live stream is beyond suppressed and 100% shadow banned. We've never seen it this bad, but it's probably the worst live stream we've ever had. And I don't really know what is going on with YouTube today, but if you guys can help us out by sharing the live stream, that would be amazing. Thanks so much for your help and your support. Nobody got notified for this live stream. And I just checked. I just checked to make sure how many people got notified, and pretty much nobody did. Nobody got notified for this live stream at all. All right, folks, we want to give a big thank you to Bo H. Thank you so much, Bo H, for your support sharing the stream. Thank you so much to Let the Chips Fly. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. And I think that's it for now, so let's see. All right, let's see if anyone is sharing the stream. All right, thank you so much to Joan. Thank you so much, Joan, for sharing the stream. And we also have Grace. Thank you so much, Grace, for sharing the stream. JDB777, thank you so much for sharing the stream. We also have Christine C sharing the stream. And Kay Anders, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Kay Anderson, thank you so much for sharing the stream, Kay. And I think that is it. Oh, here we go. Kimmy Jones, thank you so much, Kimmy Jones, for sharing the stream. And also Catherine Denise Judson, thank you so much for sharing the stream. WMU alumni, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Carly Q, thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. Release the video, thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. And we also have Dog. Thank you so much, Dog, for sharing the stream. We also have Vanessa K. Thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. We also want to give a big thank you to... Oh, I thought that was one. I thought that was our live stream that was being shared, but it wasn't. All right, so that's it for right now, folks. Thank you so much to everyone that is sharing the stream on social media. If you share the stream on Twitter, we'll give you a shout out as a thank you for your support. Also, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and that helps out the channel too. So if you guys can please share the stream, that will be very helpful. Thank you so much for your help and your support. All right, folks, so we have the footage from the White House. Just give me a second here as we get it ready to go for you guys. So yeah, folks, just give me 1 second here, and we'll be putting it up on your screen. All right, folks, once again, we do have footage from from outside of the White House. I apologize. From outside of the White House, where President Trump is set to deliver this speech right now. Alright folks, so this is live footage from the White House. Make sure you guys please share the live stream on social media and don't forget to click the thumbs up button. It helps us out immensely. So if you guys can help us out by sharing it, that would be great. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. Also, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, folks. Alright folks, so the hot mic is on. The hot mic is
But it is a race. It is a race.
They all ate it together. Y'all have good testing at the White House first. I like this. Yeah, man. It looks super cool. And
It's enough.
I did a promo.
This was my first trip on the train.
Yeah, well, 4 or 5 coming. Unfortunately, he played the guy that was all silver, remember?
oh, Robert. Yeah, I had a no, but I didn't even like look into that part. I was like,
Thursday. It's excuse me, Wednesday. Wednesday is launch. But you know how NASA is. They postpone a launch. It's still running about 14 years. I don't. He was also a bunch of cop we'd have big parties at Johnny Brown. And there was a party cake with one of my friends brothers. And of course the joke is this guy met his wife at that actually did a fraternity party. You know? She went left and met me instead of going right and meeting Brad Pitt. You know? He's pretty good. Yeah. No, she was actually she was turning right from one way in the first quarter, and I stepped off the curb because I had the right of way, and this white event cut me off. And I stepped back. Whoa! So she rolled in and said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "No problem."
You're like, it's my honor.
No problem. Okay. And there's I think that was I'm like, no. Kind of laughed out.
And I could tell it was him because he had a hat on. And I made eye contact with him, and he could tell he was helping me like the face. He had that look like, please.
Yeah, I saw a blue and shiny Del Mar at the racetrack. You see, this one no, I was like, we were just going to say hi. Okay. Oh, really?
George R.R. Martin. Wow.
Who the hell that?
Yeah, he was when was it? Was it after they released us? It was the third season. He was in Manifest, or he was going I got a time. I got a notification on my phone. Years ago, he was yelling at
All right, folks. So we would like to give a big thank you to everyone that is sharing the live stream on social media. We want to give a big thank you to Joanna. Thank you so much, Joanna, for sharing the stream on social media. Don't forget to share the stream on Facebook and Twitter and Gab and Reddit. But if you share it on Twitter, we'll give you a shout out as a thank you for your support. We want to give a big thank you to Let the Chips Fly for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to QLisa77. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to Barbecue. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. And we also want to give a big thank you to Pirate GFX for sharing the stream and Rexer P for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to DogMom3 for sharing the stream. And also to Interested Party of One. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to Britt. Thank you so much, Britt, for sharing the stream. The English Patriot Poet. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. Gallon Grounds. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. And Anna. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing the stream on social media. We also want to give a big thank you to Jen Russell for sharing the stream. And hold on, give me 1 second here. Whoa, that was really close. I don't know what that was all about, where that came from, but we have to be careful with copyrighted music. If they play any type of copyrighted music, we can get in trouble. So we have to be careful at these live events to make sure that even if someone passes by with their cell phone playing copyrighted music, we'll still get in trouble. That's how crazy the copyright rules are here on YouTube. So you have to be very careful. Proud American, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Nubian Queen, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Ms. Vet to you, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Also Jason Baker, and Ghost915, thank you so much for sharing the stream.
Oh!
So I know how something's up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh, the matching. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Everything matches. That's fantastic.
Yes, my mom made me lots of options.
The pink flamingos are great. They're almost as cool as your mask. Pink flamingos. Love it. I know, I love it. Next time I want to come to
Hey, we can wear that out here. No one will be able to see you.
all good.
All right, folks. So I don't know who is the one that's playing that copyrighted music from the crowd. But we have to turn off the hot mic because we cannot allow any music to go through. So just give me a second here. I'll put the footage back on your screen. But someone in the crowd on their motorcycle is playing copyrighted music. And that's a big no-no, especially here on YouTube. So I'm going to be switching over to the White House. But yeah, someone on their bike is playing copyrighted music, so that's the reason why we have to turn off the hot mic and hope that they turn off their music, their copyrighted music. So let's see what happens. All right, folks, so this is a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, President Trump is on his way. So we're going to give some shout outs here to everyone that is sharing the stream on social media. We hope that you guys are sharing it. Diane Gale, thank you so much for sharing the stream. And we also have Abby Bebbert, thanks so much for sharing the stream. And we also have In God We Trust sharing the stream. And D-Bird is sharing the stream. We also have Patricia sharing the stream. Thank you so much for your help and your support, Patricia. We also have Mar87. Thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. Sherry Carter says, shared on Facebook. Thank you so much for your help. We also want to welcome new followers on Twitter. We have Britt. Thank you so much for following us on Twitter at Gold State Times. Foreign and domestic. Thank you so much for following us on Twitter at Gold State Times. Yeah, so someone continues to play copyrighted music on one of their bikes, so we have to turn off the hot mic and we're going to keep the music on until President Trump comes out. We want to give a big thank you to Nina and Vince for sharing the live stream on social media. Thanks so much for your help and your support. Also, don't forget, there is a White House press briefing coming later on today with the press secretary. So if you want to check it out, you know, she's awesome, and she always leaves the fake news media completely speechless. Whenever she walks out, that's the end of it, folks. It's not like when previous press secretaries will leave, they'll be screaming questions at them as she was walking out. With Kaylee, they can't do that. It's awesome to see someone that can really put the fake news media in their place. So Kaylee is having a press briefing later on today, so make sure you guys don't miss it. Here at Golden State Times Live, we're going to be streaming it later on today. We're going to be uploading the live stream onto Twitter, so make sure you follow us at Gold State Times so you'll know exactly where the live stream is going to be. Set the notification, set the reminder, give it a thumbs up, and share that social media. That post on social media. So President Trump is coming out right now. Here we go.
And we really, you're my friends, and you've been supporting me right from the beginning. I appreciate that you're here, and we're here for you. And I told you when you want to come back with your 600,000, we're ready to take you, but you're going to give us a little display on those beautiful bikes, and you're going to be, I've never seen anyone do that, actually. You must have special privileges. I've never seen anybody ride through here. But I want to welcome you, and I want to welcome my friends. You're the Rolling to Remember, and that's what it is, Rolling to Remember, and we will be commemorating Memorial Day. It's a big thing. Together, our nation pays immortal tribute to the extraordinary courage, unflinching loyalty, and unselfish love and supreme devotion of the American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what you're here for. It's the ultimate sacrifice, and it is indeed. They laid down their lives to ensure the survival of American freedom. Their names are etched forever into the hearts of our people and the memory of our nation. And some of you, it's been very close, very, very close. It's very close to your heart. We'll cherish them and our Gold Star families for all time. We take good care of them. They're very special to us. Just as we'll always remember the nearly 82,000 Americans missing in action. We're joined today by Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Robert Wilkie. Where is Robert? Hi, Robert. Great job you're doing, Robert. You know, we got the Veterans' Choice and Accountability. Choice is when they wait for 2 months to see a doctor. Before they have to wait like a few hours, they go outside, they get themselves a good doctor, we pay the bill, and they get taken care of. So, you know, the stories were legendary. You don't hear bad things about the VA anymore. Used to turn on every night, you'd see a horror show. So I want to thank you. You've done a fantastic job, Robert. What a great job. Accountability also. We had VA accountability. Sounds easy, but when you have civil service and you have unions and you have all of this, for 40, 50 years they've been trying to get rid of it. They don't take care of our vets, we fire them. Before you couldn't. They were sadists, they were thieves, and I think you've let go of more than 8,000 people, right, who were terrible. They've been trying to fire them for years. They didn't take care of our vets. Just the opposite. They were horrible. Now they're gone. We got them out, so that's a big thing. So it's Robert Wilkie. Thank you very much. National Commander of MVets, Jan Brown. Where's Jan? Jan, thank you very much. Good job. Good job you've done here. You got this very special group. They're going to be doing a very special ride. I'm going to get to watch you, I hope, right? Because I don't know. Sometimes I look at those bikes. I don't know. They're pretty tough, right? And actor Robert Patrick, who's been in many films and television shows. I know that well. Most notably as T-1000 in Terminator 2. That's not too bad, huh? You're looking good. You're looking good, Robert. I want to especially recognize the legendary AMVETS riders who made the Rolling to Remember possible. For 32 years, Rolling Thunder, my friends, carried out a ride of remembrance, and now we're going to continue that onward. And the Rolling Thunder people were terrific, Artie and everybody, they really were. We had a good relationship with them. You know that, right? You're going to say hello to my Artie. And I heard they were giving him a hard time a couple of years ago, and I said, nope, no hard time. But people do get older, right? They get a little bit, he said, I'm getting a little older. So, but Artie's terrific, and the whole group is terrific. And thank you for keeping this noble tradition alive and for preserving the memory of those who are missing, but never forgotten, never forgotten. My administration will spare no effort or resource to support the men and the women who defend our nation. We've secured over $2.1 trillion in funding to completely rebuild American military with 200, and think of that, 2.1 trillion, 2.1, not billion, you know, it used to be million. And then about 10 years ago, you started hearing billion, and now you're starting to hear trillion, right? So it's, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's good when we're spending $2.1 trillion in funding on our military, completely rebuild the military. Our American military now has the greatest equipment, the finest equipment it's ever had. It's been entirely rebuilt. Some of the equipment is still coming, all made in America, everything. And when I came here, and you people knew it better than anybody, our military was depleted, just like the shelves were empty from medical equipment. We didn't have ventilators. We didn't have testing. We didn't have anything. And now we have great testing, the best in the world. We have great ventilators. We're making thousands and thousands of them. And we're actually now so loaded with ventilators that we're helping other countries and therefore saving lives also. But our American military with 281, that's a lot of planes, F-35 fighter jets, the best in the world, 453 Abrams tanks, 14,400 tactical combat vehicles, 2 aircraft carriers, 36 additional battleships, and much more. All made in the USA. So importantly, we're giving our service members the resources, tools, and equipment they need. We're even getting brand new, beautiful uniforms. Doesn't sound like much. If I told you what it costs, it's a lot for the Army. The Army has new uniforms, and they are gorgeous. We passed the largest reform of the Department of Veterans Affairs in the, I think, in the history of the department, including VA accountability, and I said VA choice. We've removed 8,500 VA workers who weren't doing their job, who were taking advantage of our country and hurting our vets. The percentage of veterans reporting they trust services, think of that, they trust services, so they report and they say they trust services, has reached the highest in the history of the VA, Secretary. That's a big statement. So the percentage of veterans reporting that they trust the VA and the VA services is now the highest in the history of the service. Satisfaction with the VA outpatient care has reached 89%, and we're not going to rest until we have it at 100%, Robert. I also formed the Prevents. It's called Prevents Task Force. Well, you guys, how many are vets here? Big difference between now and the way it used to be, right? Big difference. I also formed the Prevents. I got to be careful when I ask that question. Sometimes somebody could say, oh, we used to like it better. That would not be good, right? You know that would go on the fake news immediately, right? That's all they'd cover, so I have to be very careful, but thank you. I also formed the Prevents Task Force to fight the tragedy of veteran suicide, which is an unbelievable tragedy. And we actually have medications that we're working on. They have one from Johnson & Johnson, which is a inhaler. And it's been very effective. We've ordered, I think, thousands of units of that, thousands and thousands, and we're using it. When the invisible enemy struck our country, my administration quickly secured VA medical facilities. We're keeping the sacred covenant. We're protecting those who sacrificed so much to protect us. I was very early. In fact, out of many, many people, I was the only one that wanted to do it. I guess I was the only one that mattered, but I kept China out of the United States. I put a ban on China in January, and I took a lot of heat. Joe Biden said, oh, he's xenophobic. Oh, that's right. Yeah, but a month later he said I was right. As you know, Dr. Fauci, a good guy, said, you don't need to do that. And then later on, when he saw that I did it, and when we kept thousands, tens of thousands of people out, he said Donald Trump saved thousands of lives, tens of thousands of lives. And we did. So we did it very early, and that was a very important, the ban on Chinese people from China coming in, because I was seeing how badly infected the one area, Wuhan, was. So I put a ban on, and everybody thought Nancy Pelosi a month later was in Chinatown in San Francisco. She's dancing in the streets of Chinatown trying to say it's okay to come to the United States. It's fine. It's wonderful. Come on in. Bring your infection with you. And then she said, he should have done it earlier, about me. And she's dancing a month later. These people are sick. Anyway, last year I signed the National POW MIA Flag Act, which requires that all federal buildings fly the POW MIA flag in addition to the American flag in the months, right? And you see them all over Washington now. And they could be separate from the flag. You could do a separate placement, or you could put it under the flag. In the months since, that righteous flag has proudly flown over the White House. You probably noticed it today. But that reminder is the work left, and we have work left, but we have to get it. We have to win the White House. Otherwise, a lot of the great things that we've done, we're going to do great with our economy. We're going to see, you already see it starting to happen. We're trying to get some governors, they're not opening up, but they'll be opening up pretty quickly. Today I just spoke to CDC. We want our churches and our places of faith and worship, we want them to open, and CDC is going to be, I believe today, they're going to be issuing a very strong recommendation, and I'm going to be talking about that in a little while. But they're going to be opening up very soon. We want our churches open. We want our places of faith, synagogues, we want them open, and that's going to start happening. I consider them essential, and that's one of the things we're saying. We're going to make that essential. You know, they have places essential that aren't essential, and they open, and yet the churches aren't allowed to open, and the synagogues, and again, places of faith, mosques, places of faith. So that's going to see that, and you're going to see that. I just want to say you've been tremendous supporters of mine. The bikers, I call them the bikers. The bikers, for whatever reason, you liked me from the beginning, and I like you from the beginning. And I remember I went to Hilton Head, and I went to other places, and there'd be thousands of bikes outside, and they were all in support. And they actually said, no, we don't have to, because there was no room. We've never had an empty seat from the time I came down the escalator with our future first lady. Who would have thought, right? Remember they were saying, what's he doing? And then, but there were a lot of people that thought we'd win, and we won pretty easily too. 306 to 223, that's pretty easy. And we went through a primary that was tough, and you were there with me. We went through an election that was tough, and you were there with me, always there, the bikers. I think, what do I have, 98%, 95%? We're trying to find who are the 3% or the 2%. We're looking for them, right? We're all looking for them. But I'll never forget, I made a speech in a place that was packed. You couldn't get in. I said, fellas, I'll do a second one. They said, no, we don't have to hear. We know what you're about. We know where you're coming from, sir. We're here to protect you. We're not here to listen. We're here to protect you. I never forgot it. I never felt so safe. And there were a lot of rough guys in that little group of about 1,000 bikes, by the way, maybe more than that. A lot of rough people, but I tell you, to me, they were beautiful people. But I never forgot that. We're not here to hear your speech, sir. We're here to protect you. And I thought it was an incredible thing. So you've been my friends. I want to thank you very much for it. Get those engines started. I want to see you guys drive around and drive as fast as you can, but don't get hurt.
right, folks, I have no idea why they had to play copyrighted music while they were doing it, going around. I have no clue. I have no idea why they had to play copyrighted music. But we cannot pass that type of copyrighting. I tried my best, but we cannot have that type of copyrighted music here. You get shut down.
And I want to say this to Robert and Jan and every one of you. Say hello to everybody. November 3rd is a big day. We don't want to destroy this country. We're going to make it bigger, better, greater than ever before. You're going to see it happening very soon. We're coming into the third quarter. That's transition to greatness. Third quarter transition. Get out there, work November 3rd. November 3rd is the big day. Get all those cycles going there. But we appreciate you being here. Go have some fun. And we love you all. Thank you very much. And thank you. Thank you very much, Jan. Thanks. Thank you.
All right, folks. Like I said, we tried our best. I do not know why they were blasting copyrighted music, but they were. And the problem here with YouTube is that it's extremely difficult to do live events, especially like this, if people have music in the background. YouTube does not care if it's someone walking by, if it's if it's in the background or you were in a live event or anything. YouTube does not care. If they hear copyrighted music in the background, they will shut you down. They will not allow you to live stream, and a bunch of other crazy stuff happens. So I just wanted to let you guys know why the reason, we couldn't really play the background is because they kept on putting copyrighted music up. So the White House is having a White House press briefing later on today. We hope that you guys join us. It's coming up very, very soon. So don't forget to go over there, give it a thumbs up, and share it on social media. I'm going to be putting the link to it in the chat. So you guys can go over there, set the notification and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. I am putting the link to the White House press briefing that is coming up very, very soon. Make sure you guys, if you're not part of our notification list, you sign up. It's 100% free from our end. So if you want to sign up to that, all you have to do is send a text message with the word Trump Live to the number 555-888. And then that way you get sent a notification when we go live for the press briefing at the White House later on today.